Welcome to another part of free running. This time we're doing building sites. And building sites will be interesting in the very fact of how it actually works out here. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's kind of in the middle, but not really, of the size differentials, you know? And we're starting off with the free running area, which the biggest issue of the free running area, the actual freestyle stuff, is where the missions are, except for like one mission, like one or two missions, every single one of these is compact into one area. It's really weird and it's not really good. It just feels like they half-assed this entire area completely, and I don't blame them because it's a big area, to be honest, but not only that, it is not a fun area to navigate in. It has so much shit in it, but at the same time, there's too much shit to work with. And a lot of the shit they put in is really difficult to actually navigate in, especially because that fucking camera problem here. But not only that, there are bits around here where they are very confusing on where to even go. But the game does not make it very obvious that you have to go this way, you have to go that way, or whatever. It's all over the fucking place on where you have to go, and it makes it difficult. And not only that, there's not many really good many spots where you can do tricks in. It is one of those ones that is very clustered. Not too clustered. There is some open areas, but yeah, it is a bit, you know, compact in a way. And unlike the other clustered one that we went to beforehand, the plaza, there's not many things here that you can utilize to get your score up by just jumping over and such. This one's very lacking in what you can work with. So, yeah, the scores, they don't really help out much on that regard. Luckily, there isn't too much to worry about on that one. It's even more so when we get into the, you know, when we become the fucking crashless dummy. And there's the only over obstacle thing I got to happen. It's just that little pipe there, which is really risky too. So, yeah, all I can really say here is I'm not a fan of what they fucking did here. You know, it's just a really awkward sort of area to be in. And yeah, then comes this bit. This is where you're gonna see, not gonna notice it too much, but you're either gonna see a bunch of jump cutting throughout this one, because a lot of these just really suck. It took me a long time to deal with. This entire map actually took like 2 hours to do, in fact. So that's how bad this was. So, first of all, this mission here, this side mission here, requires you to know where to go, and it is not obvious where to go. Well, they want you to jump over there for that token, but then it's like you have to jump backwards and jump over to this and then go across like this. And then to make matters worse, once you get over to the other side of this bit, you're like, where do you go from here? Like, do I just drop down or whatever? It's not too easy on where to drop though. If you drop in the wrong spot, you glitch up and fuck things up, and then you have to restart. But you have to drop down in the right spot, close in, from there. And then comes this last one, which I had to get lucky on, because otherwise it doesn't really work out, because you jump up the pole above, and you can't really drop down for that, so yeah, it's all really fucked, and I'm not a fan of it. Once I pass that really awkward bit, then we get into this one, which is also rather awkward. It's one-man race, and it took me a while to take care of this too. The main issue of this one, though, is just down to, you know, actually navigating this one. Because, you know, the cat leap's all fucked up, and, you know, then comes the whole, getting up here a bit. It's just a lot of awkward stuff, like, all around. Okay, let's do a slingshot there, not actually do the one thing I did beforehand. It's just not really, you know, obvious. Jump across from here, and there you go. And now comes this bit. From up here, we can then do this mission over here, which is, you know, you can see it's all compact, like 4 missions already, and they're all pretty much in the same sort of vicinity. The last one is not anywhere near these 4. But yeah, now comes the landmark one, which is just a race to get through this whole little obstacle course bit here, which took me a while because, again, it's really awkward and not very obvious on where to go. fact, this bit does not work that well because once you get over there, you're gonna have to gently drop down because otherwise you'll fall really too far off. And then you have to slide down there, jump across, jump upward, jump back, and then climb up in order to get to that fucking trophy. And you don't have that much time to work with this one either, as you can tell. So, yeah, this was a really shitty challenge. Now you probably wonder where you go from here. Well, there is a way back. You just have to, you know, get up to here, then jump backward, go past all these pole vaults. And, yeah, there's a lot in just this one little area here to work with. There's a lot of stuff to do. But this is all one area. And there's a lot more to this area than this one little area. Which you can already tell has already caused some issues on just navigating this place. And also, you know, I thought there were more poles there. No, that's just a line of wire to just go down on. It's like a whole other area that we just go across a wall for, and then there's all this bottom area here where the dirt is, all the construction is and such, which a good chunk of this area here you're seeing right now barely gets used. You'll navigate a few bits of it, like a few times, but ultimately, compared to what we just did with right there, you don't really touch this area. Even on freestyle, you don't touch this area. It's just here, and there's a whole bunch of stuff to look around at and, you know, explore and shit, but ultimately it's not that important. The missions will bring more importance to this area though, but the actual freestyle thing gives you really nothing to work with here. So, yeah, it's just not good. I'm gonna jump cut now over to where we're back upwards in order to take care of beyond this wall here. This is the other area. This one only gets like one side mission here, which is this one there. And then it gets like maybe 2, 3 missions where it appears in. And that's it. It's just a big out of the way area that doesn't get utilized much either. There's a whole lot of area that doesn't get much use in this game. And they kind of just stick to like one area more often than not. Like they'll utilize all of this area like 2 or 3 times, to be fair. But outside of that, like this side mission here and, you know, the 2 main missions where it takes its focus, doesn't get much. And really the dirt area there is only for like certain lines. Like you'll get a starting area there, like a few of them, but other than that, the game just takes to the same sort of like 2 or 3 lineups every time for that dirt area. So, again, not much to work with. And the worst part is that navigating this place is just hectic. There's so much shit to actually take note on and actually navigate on, and it's not even enjoyable to deal with. It is incredibly awkward to actually jump across and navigate this entire fucking map. I am not a fan of it. It's just not a fun map to deal with. And then you go backwards from here. Really not obvious, huh? You'd probably jump across, huh? Wouldn't you? You wouldn't have noticed the arrow was going backwards just then, considering that fucking ring didn't navigate to climb upwards, so, you know, that's great. But yeah, here's the finish line, and there you go. It's just a little weird circuit thing, but only a one-time thing. No 2-lap stuff from here on out. It's just that one time in Plaza, and that's it. And now it's time for the actual mission, starting with round 0. You can't touch the floor. 1 minute, 20 seconds. This one sucked. I actually ended up getting a gold in it. Not a gold, I mean a silver in it. And the thing is, you can just get like a silver or a bronze and that's it. The game will still give you everything you need. It's completely optional for you to get gold or even silver in this game. However, I'm here to represent the game. I'm not here to fucking pussyfoot this bitch. I'm going to deal with the 100%. I'm going to get all the gold. Also, if you haven't noticed yet, you might have noticed in the distance there was actually a CD there. Have you gotten any kind of issue of that being there? Have you gotten some kind of like you know, wait a minute moment with that one. I mean, I missed 2 CDs so far throughout this Let's Play. Have you remembered how many CDs, how many music things there are left in this game? Yeah. There are 2 musics left, 2 song tracks remaining. And I missed 2 CDs in the previous few parts. Here's a 3rd one I missed. But there's only 2 more fucking audio tracks. I will show you how fucking weird and glitchy the whole audio track is later on in the last part. But as you can see right now, the CDs don't mean much, considering the fact that, unfortunately, there's more than what is actually in the game. Anyway, now it's time for target hit. 5 minutes and 5 seconds. One's super easy to do. So, you know, the main issue is going to be the time you have remaining, more so than, you know, getting the gold. Because you have a lot of time for gold. Though you have a lot of targets to get as well, like 31 targets in total. This is one of those ones where it puts importance on this area here, but only for the start. After that, then it just, like, devolves into this entire area here. And be fair, you do get a few of this bits here and there, but as you'll notice, we're going into this bit here of these little, you know, sort of home areas, these work areas, and then we have to deal with these fences here, then doing the wall right up to that machine there, maybe some fucking, you know, traversing through and all that crap. It's all going to end up being the same sort of lineup for the most part. Oh, and this one's just really awkward. In order to get this one, you have to do this. Yeah, you have to do that fucking, like, barricade or whatever. I'm not doing it, I can do that instead. It's faster.
Horizontal wall run.
And then take care of this shit here. Grab this one. Nearly missed it. Grab that. And then it's just this, which you've already done beforehand. It's just kind of repeating the same sort of lineup. This is sort of like a medium-sized area, but they're treating this entire map like it's a small size. Like, every single thing about this is rather compact in what you can do. There are areas that kind of go largely untouched in this entire fucking game. It's really weird how much this game does not give much of a shit about some of its areas here of this map. But yeah, like, you're gonna see these areas, these sorts of things I'm doing here multiple times, and it's gonna be the same sort of shit every time. The same sort of method of handling it. So, yeah. Other things that are around here get touched maybe once, if ever. It's just really not great. It's really awkward. And then you got the actual, like, you know, the crash test thing, the fucking hurting yourself thing for points, which is also kind of tough because there's a lot to go for, but barely any good fucking spots to work with. It is, again, lacking of many good spots to use in order to get points in, and because of that, it just becomes a game of find everything and just try to grind for points. Also, land like this, it's much faster. Just make sure you actually, you know, move a bit more forward afterwards so you can actually grab the fucking stuff there, or else you'll miss it. This is where the CD was, by the way. If you want the CD, like, I will eventually show you me getting the CD, because I will come back and get it. But, yeah. There you go. Multiplayer crash test. We got that one done. And in 3 minutes, too, so that was a lot of time to get a gold there. Really easy stuff. You can make a lot of mistakes. 8,000 points for this chasing race, though. This chasing race fucking sucks. The biggest issue with it is that you cannot really fuck around here, but you must get a lot of points in it. So start off by doing this to get your points, and then try to hurry up like this to get more points.
Horizontal wall run.
So, yeah. This is how I essentially get the points I need to even do this. You want to get that fucking score out of the way immediately. Because at that point, then you can focus all your efforts on just, you know, navigating this bitch. Which, as you can see, I'm keeping that combo going. I'm gonna get a good enough score to handle this. And, yeah, at that point, all I have to do from there is just make sure I don't screw up, and I'm fine. Because now you can get out the score, now I gotta worry about the AI. Which, unfortunately, the AI is gonna suck. The AI is going to be incredibly, like, bullshit. Like, they're gonna be right up my ass pretty much the entire time. I cannot fuck around with this one. And there is so much to work with here that it's incredibly hard to deal with. Like, that camera there will fuck you. Because you go forward normally after that camera thing, you'll just fall right off the platform. You have to baby step the fucking shit. There are a few times we have to baby step this shit. And then comes this stuff, which you may have a diagonal jump for this one, but it's really often doesn't work all the time. This has worked a lot more of the time. But then, you know, she is right up your tail from that point on. So, you know, you can't really fuck around from there either. And then comes the fucking camera here. Which, you know, fucked up your controls again. So, trying to navigate this area sucked. But, you know, I got past it finally. And then I get past this bit here. Which, I got kind of lucky because once you're up here, which is the only time you ever get up here, by the way. Then you have to make sure you take care of all these rings around here, which require you to know to, like, navigate across of all the poles and shit and get up to the high spots, and it's all just a fucking mess. And you have to know to do this shit. If you don't know, then you're gonna end up bailing, you're gonna end up losing time, and the fucking AI is going to catch up to you like that. So, yeah, the game's not fucking around in this race. You have to, like, immediately do things. Like, you cannot waste time. And if I wasted any more time right here, I would have lost. Look, I got to the finish line, no problem, and I won. Another 5 seconds, I think, and yeah, I would have won. So, yeah. And there you go. Got another Adidas shirt for that, too. Tough fucking race. Tough fucking race indeed. And now it's time for time attack. 2 minutes, 30 seconds for this one. I got it done on my first go. I was sloppy at times, but luckily the time here is very forgiving, so you can make some mistakes. Unlike that fucking race we did beforehand. And yeah, then all I got is like, oh, so that tic-tac there, you could have seen that I could have grabbed it there, but the game was like, no, tic-tac one more time. So yeah, it's the tic-tacs is still fucked. I'm not a huge fan of it. Anyway, take care of all this stuff. Going through the exact same routing I've gone through beforehand, by the way. This hasn't changed in any way. This is the same shit you've been doing like 2 or 3 times already. It's honestly kind of embarrassing. And yeah, just get through all these rings and be done with this one. I only have 2 left. One of them to me a few attempts. The last one is, you know, the fucking hurt yourself, get points thing. I completed on my first go. Not a problem. Look, I can handle these, even if I get rather lucky with them. But, yeah, it's just... Oh, by the way, that silver I got there, that's gonna be the only time you see me get a silver. So yeah, I wasn't perfect in this game. Was never going to be. You already know from all the jump cuts I've been doing and shit. But, you know, at least you got to see what silver and bronze would do, which is give you the exact same thing gold would do, and basically showing you that gold and even silver are pointless to get. They do change the cuts up a bit because of it, but ultimately, they are entirely optional just for, you know, the sake of, hey, bragging rights. Even though no one cares about bragging rights in this fucking game because nobody's played this fucking game outside of, like, a small few people. So, yeah. As you can see, if I got under a minute, then yes, I would have actually failed to get a gold. But again, there was a lot of time left that you could actually make a few mistakes and be fine with it. And look, audio track 21! I got audio track 21 from doing that objective. Game. Also, flow challenge next, 3 minutes, here we go. But yeah, game. We have 3 discs I missed so far, 3 audio CDs, and you gave me an audio track for completing an objective. Now we only have 1 audio track left to unlock, and there are 3 CDs just out in the open I missed. So, yeah. Not really great, hey. Not really, a well-made game. I don't think the playtesting was, you know, really pushed forward here. Anyway, you're noticing that, again, we're doing a lot of the same lines done beforehand. It's just they're mixing up a little bit, but you can tell we've already done a lot of what we're doing here beforehand, of different missions and such. And you're noticing there are some areas around here that are pretty much not even getting touched at all. That's gonna be the thing with this. Like this entire bottom area here where you could have done like maybe a score thing going on here. Nope, nothing to do there. Maybe climbing up here and then running backwards instead. Nope, none of that shit. Maybe more to do with those canisters, maybe going backwards on the pipes and navigating upwards instead of, you know, across. Nope. There are a lot of areas here that are just not utilized at all. In fact, some of the areas they do utilize are really awkward. Like that one there. So, yeah, I don't know what else for me to say here. It's just an incredibly awkward fucking area. And they also put some speeds around here and some health things here and there. I guess they think this is difficult, which it kind of is with the gold thing here, but if you're not going for gold, no, you don't need the speed up. The speed up and the health thing is more of a time waste or anything. You'll have enough health by the end of this, and yeah, your speed, it's going to be pretty high up throughout all of this, all the tricks you're doing and such. You're gonna be fine. Also, this jump here sucks. Like, that jump there fucking sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that one. It's just a shit ring there. And there you go. So now it's time to hurt ourselves, the crash test dummy, once again, as we complete this rather interesting area called building sites. 120,000 points. That's a lot of points. And you start off right here, which obviously we're taking. The problem is that they had a lineup here. You're not getting that lineup. But you will get some points out of that. See? Fucking solid 15,000. Like, that's nice. But yeah, now I have to, like, really panic in a way on figuring out how I'm gonna get myself some score here. Like, hey, I got 25,000 there, and hey, there's this thing. Nope, I missed it. They're all too close. The spread out is just really awkward. There's a whole bunch of shit around, but the way they're lined up is a complete mess. There's barely a lineup, because they're either all too close or just too spread out to even work for anything. So almost all of these are kind of solo things. Also, that fence is a bullshitter.
Legs akimbo.
Anyway, there's some more dynamite around here, so might as well utilize that. There is also a jester here. You can see him. I'm gonna go ahead and grab him right now because I can utilize him for a good combo in order to save my ass. But oh no! There's nothing here to grab on. And also, that's gonna make me fall. Is it worth getting the Jester now? You're about to find out. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. There's nothing to even get up to there. Like, it just becomes worthless to deal with. No, I'm kidding. I do indeed go for it. Except the game is not letting me fucking go for it. So, you know, that's great. But don't worry, this does help me in the end. You're probably wondering how it helped me, though. Well, you see how there's dynamite around here? You see how we have these TNT boxes? Yeah. That's a nice landing.
Skull Crusher.
I could have done it differently and it would have been much better, but whatever. I also got this multiplier, so there's that as well. Now I need 10,000 points and I'm good to go. I got 30 seconds left. So as you can see, yeah, getting the gestures was not worth it. But hey, I did save my ass in the end because I got that line up there. And now I got gold, so at least I got that accomplished. And hey, another TNT. And I missed all of that banana.
Dirt eater.
Uh-huh. Well, how fitting, because we're on the dirt right now. And that's it. So, that is going to be it for building sites. And, not many things unlocked from doing this. Not many things to actually work with, in fact. And also got music tracks, so we only have one left. So those CDs, they're not looking too good, huh? And all we have left is High Rise, our final area, the mother of all PK locations. So, let's look at all the stuff we unlocked, because we didn't get any videos as well. I believe I did miss a video here. But, yeah, we didn't get any videos. Got a music track, though. We did get some clothing, we did get some fucking tricks. And we are nearly done with the game, essentially. So, yeah. First of all, the clothing. We did get an Adidas clothing, so you might as well go ahead and see what we can deal with this. Let's see. Okay, we got the purple Adidas. Is it better than what we had beforehand? No, not really. The t-shirt's still better. And there's all the pants, which, yeah, nothing new with that. Oh, there was that one. I'm sorry for breezing through all this. I should have noticed the fucking exclamation mark on the thing. I really shouldn't. I really should have noticed that. Oh, well. Anyway, flash kick time. We got that now. We also got the over obstacle thing. The, you know, nice little thing there. And that's it. Not many tricks are remaining, honestly. Now the music, which we only got one track. And that track is track number 21, which the last one is 23. So here's track 21 before the last one in the game. This one is, yeah, Mon Iverson, Jump Straight Dub. And that's gonna do it for this part. Next time, in the final part of free running, we're completing the game 100%. I'm going to backtrack to all the video tapes, going to take care of High Rise, and we're going to take care of our final mentor challenge with everything in the game. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time for the final level, High Rise.